Hello, 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 hello. Hello, friends. We'll be getting started in just a second. We are like 99% of the way there. And when I say 99% of the way, I really do mean that. We're like quite literally. We're on the cusp. We're on the cusp of greatness. We're on the cusp of greatness. Fantastic. Happy Friday, everybody. We're just going to play a little bit of SC2. Just going to play a bit of SC2. I started with the playlist on shuffle today, so it's just going to go straight off the rails. And it's a wild day. Been a very interesting day. That's all I have to say. Gonna play some video games now. Just gonna play for a couple hours, that's all. No crazy plans. No crazy plans for the stream today. Quick little gaming sesh. I hope you're all doing well. Let's hopefully play a couple of really nice games of StarCraft, huh? Do the best we can anyway. It is Friday. It is Friday. We should be able to run into some gamers. Got my maps done on this account. Ghost River. I think I wanted to limit a few of these. Right, yeah. Site deltas. Site delta's always a bad one for me, right? What's the other map? Well, Nate, let's look at your stats, big boy. Let's see if that has any gleanable data. I did only play one game. Somehow I feel like I didn't only play one game and win it on that map, but maybe I did. Maybe on this account. Maybe on this account. Dynasty's fine. Yeah, Alcyon and Golden Aura. I don't win on Golden Aura at all. Wow, that's crazy. Because I actually like that map a lot. But I guess it's probably, yeah, I don't know. Alcyon and Golden Aura are both really bad. Yeah, I guess Golden Aura does suck. Fascinating. I thought I liked that map, but I guess that is one of my worst maps. Somehow, I think I've played much on Site Delta. Amphion seems fine. I'm fine on Amphion. Yeah, Alcyon is just awful, isn't it? Yeah, I'm trying to think. I try to think about like game situations and games that I get into that make me not enjoy playing as much. And I try to think about ways that I can, try to limit those situations, try to limit those scenarios. But it's like Ghost River. Ghost River is such a small map. Pretty much everybody has to cheese on it. So I can't complain there, And it's not that I need to have an out, but it's just like, obviously, the maps where people are more likely to do it are the ones I don't want to play. There's no way, though. Maybe I gotta look at this account's, like, lifetime history. Maybe, like, lifetime history. Not just this season. Not just this season. Let's take a look at... where is Alcyon? Site Delta. I've only ever played one game on that map on this account, and I did win it. So that's not the worst thing ever. Okay, we can pretend that's acceptable. I like that I can see all of my historical maps on this account, though. Win rate wise, that's pretty cool. It looks like the best one over a regular season's course. I never laddered much on this one, though. I never laddered much on this account, so this is a pretty poor representation. But it's cool to see, like, Zen LE, whatever map Zen was, apparently I just did not lose. I just never lost a game on Zen or Eternal Empire. I miss Eternal Empire, man. That and New Gettysburg. Oh. Bro, we had such good maps. Looking at these maps is like looking at those ads, where you look back and you see, like, the Dollar McChicken used to be a thing, and you just cry yourself to sleep. Yeah. Damn. Some of these map names take me back. Einvadir. Yeah. It was great. It was a great map for Nathan. Dusk Towers. Oh. I played exactly 69 games on Whirlwind, the Legacy of the Void Edition. Played exactly 69 games on this account on Whirlwind. Yeah, nice. Thank you. Thank you. Got you a bag of dicks and a pre-roll. Let's go. I'm playing Last of Us 2. Let's chill. Hell yeah. Yo, right on, man. What is Tiki Torch and what is a Bug Zapper? So a Tiki Torch is like, imagine, it's kind of like a giant incense candle, but like rednecks put it out in front of their homes and stuff. I don't know where the Tiki Torch actually originates from. I've just, you know, I'm from redneck country. That's where I grew up. That's why I talk like this a little bit sometimes. So it's just pretty normal. That's what people used to keep mosquitoes away and stuff, because they'd be like, people would use them like incense burners. And then a bug zapper would be like a giant ultraviolet light. So you would just put those out. You put those outside, and then yeah, and then stuff flies into it, and like bugs are attracted. So here's a fun fact. You guys may not know this. I'm not an expert on bugs by any means, but I might as well explain how it works. So a lot of bugs, particularly mosquitoes, they actually have infrared vision in a way. Mosquitoes, they tell targets based on their temperature. As weird as that sounds. Your exposed skin is literally like a dinner bell for a mosquito. This is one of the reasons why even just wearing clothes over your skin is enough to stop mosquitoes from trying to go through them normally. But if you're wearing soft clothes, you know, that, especially anything that would let your heat out, obviously that's going to draw bugs to you. But they can basically, a lot of insects can more or less like smell heat coming off of you. So you can mask it with stuff. There are certain things that mess with it. Smoke is one of them. So, well, you know, growing up out in the woods, me and my buddies, what we would do, we didn't have bug spray, we didn't have money. What we would do is we would light a fire. We would light a fire, and then we'd take our clothes off, and we'd wave our clothes over the smoke and stuff. But they hated that shit. But anyway, you smoke yourself out. You smoke yourself out a little bit. Bugs don't like that stuff. But so the Tiki Torches is like one way that people use to keep bugs away, and a bug zapper is the ultraviolet light. I mean, it's the highest type of light on the energy spectrum. So I'm guessing that for whatever reason they just love that shit because it's like daylight to them. I don't know. And then they just fly into it and die, and it basically microwaves them. So there you go. Oh yeah, the CO2 we breathe out as well. Yeah. Again, I'm not an expert. That's more or less my awareness. I might have been wrong on everything I just said. I don't have a big enough ego to really invest myself into caring about that, but usually smoking out our clothes and stuff would be a way to keep bugs away. You guys may have heard, especially based on like humidity of where you live, the size of insects change. Mosquitoes, where I'm from, in Pennsylvania, they're about yay big. Like, that's how big I'm used to a mosquito being where I grew up. Mosquitoes were big. I thought they were pretty big compared to most other bugs. Out here in Washington, most of them are like yay big. Mosquitoes, they're tiny. They're tiny out here. They're really, really small. And God, I hate them. I hate them so much. Yeah, mosquitoes are a little bit, they're a little bit different, but there's something about like whatever it was had to do. Anyway, smoke fucks with all of them to some degree. So yeah. You never use any insect traps, but if you had to choose, you guess bug zappers. Well, a tiki torch would not necessarily be a bug trap. Like so if you've ever heard the hit country song Redneck Yacht Club, you know, some people just use them for mood lighting. But a tiki torch in general, like you would light one on your patio, like you would have one on the four corners of your patio or your deck outside or something, and they would basically ward off. They basically just ward off insects. So like that's what you would use a tiki torch for. And then a bug zapper is somewhere that you would put it and they would like go there. Palmetto bugs. I've heard that in the South United States, when if you actually go to like the South, like I'm under the impression that the mosquitoes in like Louisiana and Bon Tom, I imagine they're fucking huge, man. I've heard people say they're like big, they're like the size of baseballs. I don't want it, man. I don't want it, dude. It's like Fallout over on the East Coast. I never had that many experiences with bugs. Like I was an outdoorsy kid. I was a really outdoorsy kid. The number of times that I have like gone and the number of times that I have gone and like caught frogs or salamanders or with turtles. We brought in turtles. I dug up a buried chest that had like 100-year-old skull in it, and I was a kid, so I didn't really, I wasn't really aware that somebody probably buried their pet there or something a long time ago. But that was the kind of stuff I did. We couldn't afford cable and we couldn't afford internet most of the time, so I spent the majority just running around outside unsupervised with tools. So I don't know. I haven't had that many weird experiences with bugs. On the West Coast, there's like no bugs. In California, there's none. Like I guess like there's urban bugs like bed bugs or whatever, cockroaches, flies, but like there's not mosquitoes flying around. That was probably the weirdest thing between LA and Vegas. There's just no mosquitoes. Never had to worry about it. Never had to worry about it over there. I guess there's just not enough water, not enough open water. But the mosquitoes out here, they're tiny. A lot of places spray. A lot of places spray out here. But yeah, the mosquitoes back on the East Coast, they big boys, man. You'd look at someone, you just see one on them just going, you'd be like, whoosh. Yeah. Not a good time. Not a good time. Absolutely nobody likes mosquitoes. I think we can all agree on that. I think if I had the ability to Thanos snap something, I would probably Thanos snap the mosquitoes out. I think that's what I would do. East Coast. Oh yeah. I don't know anything about that. Did the scene switch? Okay, I pulled up the YouTube stream, guys. It's fixed. Everything is working today. It's working. All right, the YouTube stream's working today. Everything's great. I got a Coke Zero. I'm just chilling. I'm not really doing anything. We're just going to play a couple of games, and that's it. Oh, yeah, spiders? Yeah, I never kill spiders. Spiders are like... Did you guys know that the what is it? Is it... This might not be a correct fact. I might be about to spread fake news, but at least I'm going to warn you. This might be fake news. But did you know that spiders kill more mosquitoes per year than anything? Did you know that? Did you know that spiders are the #1 predator of mosquitoes on Earth? Even though humans go very far out of their way to also try to exterminate them. Spiders are our homies, okay? There ain't nobody else out there trying to back us up in this war. All right? One day when we finally get rid of mosquitoes, I think one day when we finally get rid of all the mosquitoes in the world, the history books will say that everybody else just kind of stood there and watched while humans and spiders tag team those mosquitoes into extinction. Now, if that doesn't sound beautiful to you, what kind of world do you want to live in? Yeah, spiders are great. I've never had a weird thing with spiders. Like, do I get closer to them than I want to? No. But at the same time, I respect that they are one of the smarter things in the world. But spiders are also, yeah, in general, spiders kill more dangerous insects and pests than basically anything else. They are the #1 exterminator of invasive insect species. They are absolutely clutch AF. And if the world had no spiders, mosquitoes would probably kill all of us. There would be that many. There would be that many. God knows what they'd evolve into. The amount of EXP they would get would be like Magikarp on steroids. Alright, so if you see a spider, don't kill the poor bastard. If you can get him out safely, do it. But, you know, maybe just pass him. Let him take a pull instead of trying to end his life. It's, spiders are homies.
Roger. What's going on? I'm listening. SCV ready.
Noise. You are way better than me. That's okay. I knew that before this started, I guess. Smooch face though. Yeah, but he's a cutie. He's a cutie, even if he's on duty.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
I don't make the rules, you know. I just play the game like everybody else. I just play the game like everybody else. If you think I shouldn't get matched against you, you know, then all I got to say is I don't have control over the matchmaker. But you know, I wouldn't have done this to you. I wouldn't have done this to you. You know, I don't think I have enough knowledge to give an informed answer to that question, so I'm going to decline. I simply haven't really had the opportunity nor interest to consume and or acquire goat cheese, and thus, I don't really have anything to say. It's just not something that really pops up as an opportunity very often for me. It's a food I've been meaning to consume. Man, I want to go get sushi again. That's what I want to do. I want to go get some spicy tuna rolls, and I want to get some salmon nigiri. That's what I want, man. Yeah, that's what I need. I need spicy tuna rolls. Just need a minor windfall to appear out of nowhere, and I'll go get dumplings and tuna. Sounds good. We might go tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. Katie's she gets up early. She got up early for work today, so I think she did like her whole day. So she's taking a nap. Although I think, well, I mean, yeah, I think she's up, but I was working on some stuff in the office. I was moving a lot of things around. I was fixing some things up, cleaning up some settings. I wanted to make sure the YouTube stream would work today because it wasn't yesterday, and I fixed that. So I was just getting stuff. I was just getting some stuff done on the stream.
In the rear with the gear. Move it.
Yeah, spicy tuna is always good, man.
SCV ready.
Spicy tuna rolls. I like spicy tuna rolls. I like salmon nigiri. I like. Yeah, I'll take tuna straight up. Honestly, that's fine. Yellowtail's good.
Big job, huh?
Shrimp.
Ah, you scared me.
Shrimp nigiri is great too.
Ah, you scared me. Won't hear you, boy.
Command center upgrade complete.
Nigiri. I don't know how you're supposed to say
In the
it.
rear with the gear. By the number. What's going on?
You're definitely more of a tiki torch kind of guy. Yeah, I thought this question would be interesting because some people would probably try to. What I've noticed about the question of the day is that there's an expectation. There seems to be an expectation on the question of the day that the two things need to be diametrically opposed. And I have tried to ask a couple of questions that for things that were deliberately not diametrically opposed. And those questions don't really perform as well. You know, it's a little bit tougher to get that conversation going. The guacamole versus soy sauce, it wasn't a hit. It wasn't a banger. And, you know, by admitting that, I can now use the experience to learn and do better in the future. So I thought to myself, well, what if I took two things that both kind of dealt with the same thing, but still weren't exactly the same exact purpose, you know? Like, some people just have bug zappers that they would just run every night in summer. But are you lighting tiki torches every night during summer? I don't know. Or maybe, my hope is that some people would come in and just say, well, tiki torches are just cooler. So I know that doesn't mean anything. And then that's when I hit them with the, well, actually, the question of the day is always open to interpretation. So you're allowed to answer for any reason that you can come up with. And then I make all the people that come in here, hopefully anybody that comes in today and says, well, I just think tiki torches are dope, I'm going to say, hell yeah. And they're going to be like surprised. They're going to be surprised that like their first instinct was to say something incorrect, but it was actually exactly what I wanted. So if people come in and start saying that, then you guys can see my saw plan come to fruition. I don't spend too much time thinking about this stuff before I go live, I promise. But it is a fun part of my morning. Nathan, how many levels of convolution are we deep here so far today? Yes. Yes. Is that 1, 2? No. I said yes. I said yes.
What's our target?
I mean, the tiki torches also have a purpose. It's not like they're entirely non-functional. They both help with bugs.
Add-on done.
Or maybe this is just the part where Nathan like awkwardly puts everybody in a position to have to admit that they just, you know, not everybody that is here is like that country. Which, to be fair, I don't play Kenny Chesney here for a reason. I don't do that to you guys for a reason, so that's on me. That's on me. It's Friday. I was feeling a little feisty. Did you guys see my going live message on the app? I was having some fun with it today. I was telling Katie, I was like, oh, I'm like all nervous. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play any good games today. I was like, this week's been tough. And she's like, well, you don't even have to. She's like, just play like some Fallout or some shit and just chill. Just take the night off. And I was like, you're way too nice. I love you. I was like, I do want to play a little bit. And she's like, well, just play a little bit then. So here I am. So I figure we'll play a couple ranked games. We'll get some shenanigans, get some madness, a little fun, a little insanity, and that'll be it. And it might just be like a 2.5 or 3 hour stream. That's all. But we just kind of lean with it, rock with it, more than anything. So that's the plan. That's the plan today. I hope that doesn't sound too bad.
What's going on? Big job.
Waiting orders. Stay ready.
Need something blown up. What's our target? Your SCVs are being liberated in the worst way.
I mean, this is what we expect, right? That's what we expect. Also, no, I can't see anything out of these. So yes, you do have to treat me like I'm 75 years old today, okay? I'm gonna be asking you guys to help me cross the street and all that shit. Oh damn, he's already got the spore d'oeuvres. Hey, you get it? Did you get it? You get it? It was like spore crawler, but hors d'oeuvres. Sorry. Get it, Lois? Yeah, I'm playing by sense of smell. Exactly. Thanks. Somebody understand. I'm just, you know, when I feel heard, that makes me happy. And when I'm happy, that stops me from transforming into, I don't know, my second form or whatever, where I don't have my limiters enabled or some whatever garbage copium I use as my excuse. This is my favorite thing to do though, because so many of these players, especially the guys that like turtle giga hard, they're always really insistent about their creep, the good ones anyway. So I kind of like having this as a lever that I can pull against these types of people. That I can just open with the Raven BC and just have that map control and not even seriously commit to a multiple BC strategy, I guess. And to me, it's a tremendously powerful build, simply because of the number of people that I run into that are sussy dakas. You gotta watch yourself.
Upgrade ready. Noise. Your add-on
Oh, this is perfect. We got lib range 2-2.
In the rear with the gear.
Your base is under siege.
What is? Yes.
Yeah, we haven't really seen anything from him in a bit.
Add-on finished. Find out a mineral field. Good thing you've got more of those, right?
State your request.
It's online.
This battle requires submission.
You've depleted that mineral field.
If I was sitting on the bridge of a battle cruiser, where would I sit on the bridge? I don't know. I haven't watched enough Star Trek to be able to answer questions like this, but I do appreciate the interest. Oh, I think he's just got too much stuff, right? Just too many ground units. GG. Yeah, I don't know enough about. I don't really know anything at all about that stuff. I think that's Ray Rain. Okay, so the guy who's top 50 beats me with his 4,000 MMR account. I see how it is. All right, we're gonna let this D-bag queue up. Gonna pass on helping this guy level his new account. Yeah, exactly. Playing by sense of smell. All right, as soon as he queues up for a game, we'll search. A waste of time, right? Yeah, pretty good day. Nothing to complain about. It was just nice. Just got a lot of stuff done. Got the office into a much better shape. My favorite company doubled the amount of money they have today, so it was good. It's good shit. I don't think we got anything going on this weekend. We're just chilling. Probably go see the in-laws tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. Of course, the day I want to play ranked is the day Ray Rain's got a Smurf as Zerg on me. All right, I'm going to just queue unranked. That's what we'll do. Wow, as soon as I press find match, he got into a game too. Nice. Thank God. Grounded on Last of Us 2 is very difficult, by the way. Heads up. I don't know anything about that game, but good luck, sir. All right, we should be good now. At least by mom and dad's, there's an Olive Garden. We might finally get our Olive Garden fix. It's been too long. It's been too long since we've made a horrible decision like that. Hey Tech, good to see you, man. Holification. But yeah, I don't think I could name any of the positions. I think if you offered me like $1,000 per seat that I could name on the Enterprise or whatever in the command room, I couldn't tell you what anybody does. Unless you gave me like really obvious clues, like have the navigator be sitting, if there is a guy that is the navigator sitting in front of a map or something. Like if you make it really obvious, maybe I could guess, but that would be, but I couldn't name any of them off the top of my head. I couldn't tell you what who any of those people are.
What's going? SCV ready. Bad news. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, Captain's kind of obvious. That's easy to guess. I wouldn't count. We don't have to count Captain. The Captain has the big chair in the middle, okay? I have seen all of the derivative movies. I have seen the one with Chris Pine. I saw one of those. And I saw Galaxy Quest multiple times.
Go ahead.
And
Yo.
I've also seen the episode of Black Mirror where they're all trapped in that guy's fake Star Trek world. So I've got some knowledge. But the Captain always sits in the big chair in the middle, so that's, you know, I'll spare you your $1,000 and just say that that's a free space. You don't have to pay me for that one. That's a free space. Of course there's there's gotta be a Giga Chad Captain on the boat.
What's going on? SCV ready. Bad news.
Black Mirror, that is some crazy-ish. Yeah, I love that stuff.
You want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready. Been waiting on you.
My endless quest for knowledge keeps me rooted in the reality that, sadly, most of the really awesome, cool stuff that we fantasize about in horror movies and stuff, so much of it is so unlikely and so impossible that that's part of why I'm a fan of horror, because I wish most of it was somehow possible, because it would be awesome. I don't know. I don't think the world would be that much worse of a place if there were actually spirits and ghosts and stuff. I don't think that would be the worst thing ever. I don't know. Call me crazy. I am. But I live here, so. Just on a giant rock hurtling through outer space at thousands of miles an hour. No big deal. I think my rock's pretty cool, though. Planet Earth has some good food and some beautiful views. That's for sure. The part where you gave me your adept for free, I did appreciate that. I like that. Thank you. Goes is just one thing that I need you to know. I want to know. Oh yeah, I dropped my first nuke in Fallout 76. There you go. I know you were all very invested in that piece of information. I got you. I got you. Dropped my first Fallout nuke.
SCV ready.
Did I drop it on someone's base? No. Honestly, it was such a slog to do it because I did it while Katie was at work. So, well, she's working remotely now. So I was like, I'm just gonna unlock the ability to do this. But then I ended up just doing the whole thing because I obviously could not stop myself once I was in front of the button. You know, once you're in front of that button, the big red button, obviously you're not stopping. You're not stopping once you're that far anyway, I guess. So
You got it. Let's rock.
I also have another key card, so my plan is when Katie and I play tonight, we're gonna do another one. But I want to pick. Okay, so here's the real truth. You guys want the real truth? I picked a spot to drop my first nuke, but because of this mission, I was supposed to drop it in one spot because it was the first time I did it. Okay, is that a fair excuse? Have I justified myself enough? I need some validation right now because I'm feeling vulnerable. Okay. I had to drop it in Cranberry Bog because that's the mission that you have. But I don't want to drop it there. When I do it, I want to put it somewhere that Katie and I can go to a cliff and we can watch it drop together. Okay, that's what I want. So that's why it has to be my second nuke. I understand that that's, you know, I understand that that's a lot. That's a lot to handle. That's a lot to stomach. I get it.
SCVs didn't sign up to fight.
SCV ready. You ready? SCV ready. SCV ready.
Well, there you go. That's not bad. We shut his ish down at least.
Big job, huh? Need something float up. SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready. SCV ready. Been waiting on you. SCV ready.
Combat.
What's our target?
SCV ready.
Stay away.
Yeah, I'm not just letting you back in there. Hell no. My current thoughts are people in this situation, they either like try to go into big charge lots or they go blink DTs or something to that effect. So I would like to limit opportunity there. Since it seems like he's just playing really aggro because of the MMR difference more than anything. So I figured we just put some mines here to cover the tanks, get a few banshees. This map is always really hard to get a third versus Protoss on, so the fact that he plays this aggressively and even maybe delays his own economy a little, it's actually not, it's not the worst thing he could do for us anyway.
Scanning and ready for the
SCV ready.
system.
Go ahead.
Command. Right away. Autocom. Scanning battlefield conditions. Immediately.
I'll take it.
Huh? What's going on?
State your request. Command authority registered.
Oh, there's the Dark Shrine.
Understood.
Oh, there's the gateway. Sorry, gateway.
Order accepted.
Your research has concluded.
Yeah. We're gonna have to go for a really, really big punch here.
I got my ears on.
This better be by the numbers, boys. SCV ready.
Your add-on is complete.
I got my ears
Mined out some of your minerals.
Been waiting.
Oh, they built a Dark Shrine in my base too. Wow. What a gentleman.
Engine screaming. Done.
Research complete.
I mean, there's no way he could have known I was going for this, but that's okay.
Engine screaming. That's fine. Receiving. Turbines to full. Inbound.
Add-ons finished. Upgrade complete. Mined out a mineral field. Good thing you've got more of those.
I guess he just realized that it was inevitable.
Your base is getting blasted.
Could get met.
We could use some help here.
Receiving. Roger that. Engaging.
Landing.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's realizing how boned he is.
Apocalypse. Now. Scream and fury. Can do. Rolling thunder. Right. I got this. Weapons hot. That's fine.
Bow,
I got my ears
bow, bow, bow. Bow, no, 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 no.
I got my ears on. Confirmed. Yeah?
Big job.
I'd like to take my third, but he's on 2 bases, so mathematically there's no reason that I should ever risk it.
Fine. I got my ears
2-base Terran should not be expanding against a 2-base Protoss. It's just not right.
on. I got my ears on.
Just no reason. There's no reason for me to walk out there and expose myself if we're on the same number of bases. Just keep building command centers, Nate. Repair your stuff. And build as many cruisers as the good Lord will let you.
I got this.
Internal casting monologue? Oh, like commentating? No, not usually.
Done and done.
My whole streamer mode is like very much so just kind of giving in to the internal monologue, and I just blurt it all out,
I'm gonna enjoy it.
more or less. I don't always have interesting things to say. That's why it's easier when people in chat tell me about their day or ask me random questions. You guys know I'm a slacker. I can't do my job without you.
Call the ball. No problem. Confirmed.
Man, this guy takes his ranked games real seriously, huh?
Can do. Turbines to full. That's fine. Yeah?
Your research is ready.
What exactly is he gonna do?
Fury. Done and done.
Mined out a mineral field.
Is it just the fact that I don't have my third base that's stopping him from leaving? Is that it?
Weapons hot. Inbound. I got my ears on. All of that. Loud and call the ball. Engaging. No problem.
All right. Well, Nate, I don't think his army can even kill yours anymore. So let's. Yeah, I think we're fine. Let's go.
Upgrade complete.
Mayday! Mayday! I got my ears on. Right.
But no, typically not.
In the rear with the gear.
Casting's like a whole different mode.
Mayday!
It's hard to explain. But over the years, I kind of perfected my internal process for all that stuff. You know.
Bad news.
Ready.
I think most people, when they're casting, like, you see a little bit of a shift in the dynamic because there's a lot of people that are getting paid very little now, and they feel like there's like less job security. So I think there's always on some level, because there's no security in the industry, there's always going to be some level of people that are going to try really hard to like
2.0 ready to go.
show that they belong there, you know, rather than just try and make the show interesting or fun.
Pin this
And
up on the wall.
that's always like one of the biggest things to try and work around, because you'll end up in, you know, the toughest casts to get into are ones where your co-caster like pretty clearly took notes for a specific series or matchup, and they just want to make sure that they say everything that was in their notes before the series is over. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's definitely one of those things that makes it hard to get like a good gel, like a good kind of flow going, you know. But that's one of the reasons why my prep work was never in notebooks. For build orders, yeah, I would take notes on builds, but I used to do that on stream all the time. You guys remember that? When I was casting, anyway. But I don't ever sit down. I don't ever sit down and try to script something in front of me, because it doesn't always make the show better to show everyone how smart you are. That has nothing to do with how good the show is. Saying something important at a moment where the information is truly, you know, like, wow, holy shit, this explains everything, or wow, you just set this, you know, we're gonna be looking out for this all match. You know, those can be done, but you can't overdo it, because it's like when you set people's expectations, if the player doesn't do that, or if this thing doesn't happen, then you make yourself look bad, but you also wasted time earlier talking about some shit you obviously didn't know about. So that's yeah, that's always been a big part of my method. The easiest way to cast StarCraft, the easiest way to do it is no notes, play the game, make sure you've watched everything that's been going on. That was it. Like, that was pretty much it. As long as you were watching everything, it's not like it's hard to be aware of what builds people are doing. You'd be like, oh yeah, this is pretty standard. We see this a lot. Oh yeah, Max Pax, he does this every week, right? He does this every week in the weekly. This is a pretty standard build. It's not surprising to see other people going for it. Oh, he's kind of doing a twist on it, though. Normally, he would do this. Yeah, we've never seen him actually try this here. You see how that turns into a conversation, right? Because if you're aware of what people do in general, nobody needs you to read off your sheet list and be like, well, these guys, actually, last time they played was on this map in this tournament, and he did this build. But the reality is, if you play StarCraft, then you already know the meta moves so fast that shit like that is pointless. Like, it is so difficult to compare two players against each other in the same era, but to try and compare two players against themselves playing a specific other person in a previous era, like, it's just like fluff, you know? It's the kind of thing that you say that just doesn't really mean anything. But to mention something that is quick, you know, there's certain things that people love, and there's appropriate moments like, oh, hey, these guys are about to play. Well, you know, Maru is actually 20-20 against Hero this year. Ever since that Protoss buff, they've been neck and neck. We don't actually know which one of them is better when they face off against each other. And then you've got a more interesting story. But the reality is, that's not a story for the caster to tell. That's a story for the host. That's what the host is supposed to ask about at the desk before you go into that match. That's what the person leading the show should steer the conversation towards, because that would be one of the most interesting things about that match if that was the case. Like, you have your overarching story points, and only when there's a really beautiful moment in a game that really hammers in one of those points do you ever go for it. But you plant those seeds before the match, because then when people see stuff, they'll be like, oh, you know, Nathan mentioned, the guy on the desk mentioned that Gumiho does Battlecruiser Rush. Wow, you know, I've never seen this before, but there it is. Like, but does the caster need to start the game and be like, so Tasteless, do you think he's going to Battlecruiser Rush? And it's like, well, if you're just trying to fill, yeah. But even that is more interesting than, you know, if you just have it written down on your note card and you're like, well, for those of you watching at home, if you don't know, Gumiho absolutely loves Battlecruiser Rushes. It's like, well, that's the thing the host brings up. But like, trying to predict what's going to happen in the game, during the game, to show how much you know about a player or the game, it doesn't enhance the show in any way to be like, I was right. So, but obviously, if you're trying to keep your job, obviously, if you feel like there's pressure on you, then those are the kinds of things that you're going to do, because you're going to be judged on whether or not you sound like you know stuff, right? Or whether you mention some obscure fact that nobody else is aware of. There's a lot of different ways to approach it, but that's why I prefer the general awareness. And, you know, best thing about casting, the best thing about a good cast is when you go with the flow of the game and you kind of just feel the energy of it and play off of that with the other guy. That's why Roddy and I were always so good, because we were really aware of the moments during the game where it made sense to talk shit and the moments where it didn't. I never, ever wasted Roddy's time trying to read some shit off a note card during a match while he's looking at me trying to talk about something else. I've never done that to him. And that's why we have great casts. Stuff like that is how, you know, you just bounce. You're both aware of what's happening in the game. You recognize the important moments naturally. You naturally slow down, and when you see an opportunity to tee off for the other guy, the number one lesson I ever learned about commentating from Artosis and from Apollo, two people who mentored me a lot in my early days, they both told me, make the other guy look good, and it'll be impossible for it to go wrong. You know, give the other caster as many opportunities to serve something up, because the back and forth and developing that is so much more important than anything that you could try to say on your own. You know, take the opportunity to lift up or you know, be like, hey, this, you know, Kev, this is a strategy I think you're pretty fond of, huh? This Stargate opener. And then what have I done? Not only was Kev obviously going to talk about it, but now I've, in a very natural way, let everybody know that, oh, this is actually something that Kevin knows about, and he's about to tell you guys why this strategy might work. You know, in one move, I've completely set up expectations for what you're about to hear, and I also get to make Kev look really smart, you know? So that's just it's a win-win. It's one of those things that it's not a flashy thing for me to say for myself, but it makes the show better.
Sure thing. Go ahead.
I always felt those are some of the most important things to do. Really big.
What's going, huh?
You don't have to let me expand, but if you do, I'll be happy. I think this guy does the Protoss mech thing, right? He's gonna go mass. He's gonna go mass Immortal Void Ray, I think.
Go ahead.
Yo, thanks for the follow.
Big job, huh? Yep. Go, go, go.
Trying to make casting look like real sports, yeah, and that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing, because people who aren't comfortable on broadcast, they rely too much on their notes. People who aren't comfortable rely too much on their notes, and when the only thing that you have to say is something that you can read off a piece of paper and not anything that you're feeling, the people watching can tell. It's so easy to just read some shit off, but to actually try to have a conversation about what's happening in front of you, to actually, you know, not take it too seriously, but know when to press down on the accelerator, when to pump the brakes, when to make that slow stop, because you know you've got a little bit of room to run before you have to completely stop, but you don't want it to be a sudden woof. That's what it's all about, you know? It's like, it's a dance. It's a dance. Anyway, that's how you be a great caster, okay?
Command Center 2.0 ready to go.
Gotcha. SCV ready.
That's the best advice. That's the best advice I could give anybody in broadcast television.
Phenomenal finish.
Hot damn. He just dipped. Really? This guy's 300 MMR higher than me. What the hell happened? His heart gave out, I guess. I don't know. What the hell? Nicely done. Nicely done, I guess. I don't know what I did to deserve that win, but thank you, I guess. Oh, he's logged off. What happened to Adonis? Damn. It's like, yeah, this ladder sesh was kind of a mixed bag. That was the only game he played on Amphion today. Maybe that broke him. He didn't want to play Amphion. he only plays like Site Delta. His match history is fascinating. There's a good bit of Golden Aura. It's mostly Golden Aura and Site Delta. I have not actually really looked at this this season's report for myself yet. Let's see. White aggro, yeah. Evening, eh? Hey, just Carlino. Hey, man. Yeah, what's my maps? What's my maps this season? My map report. Let's see. So I have Ghost River at 100% win rate because apparently I only played one game on that map on this account. I played a few on the other account, but I think I unvetoed that one. I think I unvetoed that one on Jigsaw. So the maps that I'm actually playing, I guess I did just unveto Site Delta. But Dynasty, I've got a 60% win rate in. That's very nice. Crimson Court, 56. Amphion, 55. So these are pretty clearly some good maps for us. Quite a bit above the standard deviation on some of them. Post Youth, 50-50. Yeah, that makes sense. Easy Natural, no third. Oceanborn. I think I like Oceanborn, but it's just tough. Alcyon is not a good one for me. And Golden Aura. I just couldn't believe it when I looked at this stat. I just don't win games on Golden Aura. I never thought that I didn't like that map, but I do not win on Golden Aura. For whatever reason. And then I look at my matchups this season. We see we got 67% versus Zerg, 55% versus Terran, and 31% win rate versus Protoss. It's hard, bro. If I could find a way to not die to a blink all in while doing a fast expand, I'm pretty sure we'd be top 100 on the ladder. I don't doubt that at all. I just can't. I can't beat Protoss cheese. Hey, Jasmine Owl, you've brought galvanized steel and eco-friendly wood veneer. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for getting that. Did you make sure to get those expansion screws from your aunt? It's a nice win rate versus Zerg. Yeah, well, you know. The hard part is I can't beat any Protoss, right? Like, I lose to really bad Protoss players. That's my whole problem. And we are currently in a meta where the majority... Actually, I'm about to hammer this point home because it's on the same page. But look at the volume of games played, right? Because Protoss takes up a significant portion more than Terran. But, I mean, I do get a good amount of games versus Zerg. Somehow, TVZ is still my most played matchup. I honestly don't know. I literally do not. Maybe it's because of Sifa. Maybe half these games are just me playing versus that guy who goes for the one base Burrowed Infestor Neural Parasite. So maybe we could probably say that I've actually only played like 50 games versus Zerg this season. I actually think I've played Sifa 30 times this season, so we just won't count him. So you can see the majority of the games that I play a lot of games versus Protoss, and I'm so bad in that matchup. And obviously I just don't even play versus the proxy cannons and stuff because there's just nothing fun about that. But if they make it a little easier to deal with the Protoss BS on the ladder at any point, then yeah. No, then we moon. Then I think we moon right there. We insta-moon. You had to hide some treasure for someone's uncle, though. Looked like a coffin. Have I played any D2 Resurrected? Yeah, I tried it a little bit. Jasmine and I played it like a month or two ago. Checked it out for a little. Didn't do anything crazy.
The quest for glory.
Yeah, the hardest part of doing the stream and the hardest part of playing StarCraft is I don't really have any competitive goals anymore, you know? So I still like to make content and hang out with people, but 1v1 gets the most views. So it's like I do that, but obviously it's not the same thing as it was when I like had my whole journey and all that stuff all a long time ago. But we're gonna have that again when Stormgate comes out, so it's not a big deal. This is more or less like what the last couple of months that I'll just be grinding nothing but SC2. So for me, it's been like it's been all about looking back on the wild ride, you know. This crazy journey we've been on, the crazy journey we're about to embark on. It's cool. It's cool. Got a lot of things to be excited about. Got a lot of things to look forward to, you know. Got our whole lives ahead of us.
Man in the rear. Go. Ah! SCV ready. Huh? What's going? Huh? Will do.
Your SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready. Big job.
Whoa, look at that. Mike Tyson, punch out.
Bad news.
Anything fun planned for Memorial Day? No, I don't think so. I think we might be going up to the in-laws this weekend. Might go see them tomorrow. That's what it seems like, but
What's going on?
yeah, Katie got a new job. She's been working from home, so it's been some big changes over here. It's been some big changes over here.
Armed and ready.
All good things. A lot of very, very good things.
Big job.
But we've been making a lot of adjustments and moving things around, and
You scared me.
yeah, it's been
Go ahead.
a wild ride. It's been a wild ride. May was a crazy month. May was a crazy month.
What's going on? What's bad? Huh?
A lot of good stuff. Some things you guys actually are gonna be excited to hear about, and I'm not even gonna say anything. Just gonna wait for the news. I can't wait, but I will.
Go, go, go.
I'm pretty happy these days.
Ben, SCV
Truthfully, I just need something to scratch my competitive itch again, and StarCraft just doesn't do it because there's not enough different people to play against. I mostly just play the same like 15 people over and over again. That's just not enough for me. I wish there were enough players that were better than me, that I was like, you know, my peak was back in like low GM or Masters,
SCV ready.
and there were like, you know, hundreds of people. There were like hundreds of people you would run into in the course of a week back then. I don't know if you guys remember those days, but there really used to be so many more people that you would run into in a stream. But the fact that I pretty much only just play the same 15 people, and they all know all my builds, it's just tough. It's just tough.
Your add-on is complete.
I'm too creative of a player to be in a player pool this small.
Bad news.
It's an inherent disadvantage of the way that I play.
Huh? You want a piece of me, boy?
But there will be a lot of people playing Stormgate, so I think it'll be a really good time getting competitive in that. Doing lots of stuff there.
Go ahead. SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV
Add-on done.
Oh, he's going in.
armed and ready. Who wants? What's going
That's
on?
okay. You gotta do what you gotta do. I get it.
SCV ready.
Been there, tapped that.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Got the growler.
Need something
Gangway
loaded up.
coming through. SCV ready.
Oh,
SCV ready.
Go
ahead. SCV ready. This better be good. By the numbers, boys.
Go ahead.
SCV ready.
Is your chance worth taking?
What's going? Big job.
Ready for
Did I stream League the other day? You know, I didn't end up doing it. I chickened out. I was like 5 hours into playing SC2, and I was like, you know, I don't have any confidence in my ability to entertain people playing this right now, so I just decided not to. Maybe at some point.
Command center upgrade.
I have been playing it more. They did make some changes that I was long term very, very happy about, that I've been waiting for a long time. But at the same time, I also, you know, it's just, the other thing is that it's just, yeah.
SCV ready.
I could like flounder and make up a bunch of excuses for you, but I just don't feel confident in it yet. That's all. Look at this guy threading the needle with his observer, by the way. Look at him.
Huh? In the rear with the gear. Bad news. SCV ready.
At least we shut down the blink rush. But no, I've also been playing some ranked matches in the mornings. I didn't really play any ranked this year because originally they basically took mages out, so it was so bad. I literally haven't played. I've done some like arena and ARAM stuff, but I'm not like even out of my provisional for this year, so I want to at least get back up get back up to close to where I was when I was playing ranked last, and then I'll feel a little bit better about streaming it. I want to do it, which is why I made it my title that day, but I just know I haven't been playing enough for it to be that fun, I think. So I would like to iron out a few things I'm working on with my strategy and my gameplay. I've made some other adjustments to like my setup and whatnot with everything this week. So it's a lot of things like that. Just a lot of things like that.
Go ahead. Ready to roll out.
Engine screaming. Holla back. That's fine. Engine screaming.
And you are disabled right away. Scanning back.
What's going on?
You've depleted that mineral field.
Request. Oh,
Big job, huh? Huh?
Your research has concluded.
okay. Scan.
Will we be able to do what I
Research is ready. Upgrade
want
ready.
/ need to here?
Call the ball. Loud
Who
and
knows?
clear. Yeah? Engaging.
Command center.
Engine screaming. Roger. Receiving. Engine screaming. This could get messy. That's fine. Holla back. Inbound. I got my ears on. Mayday! 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 Holla back.
You mined out some of your minerals.
I got my ears on. Screaming fury.
Bad news? Go ahead. What's the big job?
Yeah? Loud and clear. Receiving.
Add-ons finished.
Inbound. Mayday! Mayday! Right.
The command center's got some new toys.
Screaming fury. Turbines to full. Call the ball. Confirmed. Engaging.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, look at us.
No.
Yeah, we got it going on. We got it going on.
Loud and clear. Apocalypse. Receiving. Weapons hot.
I can't believe this. How is this even possible?
Can do.
That's what I mean, though, right? This guy is Grandmaster. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean?
Call the ball.
It's hard to get excited about thinking about... this guy can't even make one fucking observer. I don't even know how... I don't know how I just did this to him. I'm only using like 2% of my power.
Roger that. Targets acquired.
This isn't even 2020 Nathanius. This is like 2022 Nathanius.
Good thing you've got more of those, right?
I got my ears on. Engaging.
I'm Silver Age All Might here.
Research has concluded.
Let's get the Cyber Core. That should bring it to an end. There you go. Got the pause quit from him and everything.
You've depleted that mineral field.
Beautiful.
Upgrade complete.
So yeah, I do have some cool plans though. I do have some cool plans though for some things coming up. I'm pretty excited about. There's going to be some fun StarCraft related news. I'm excited to also let you guys know, unrelated to the secret announcement, there's also, I did book my flight today. I booked my flight today. Zombie Grub booked my flight today for the North American Safe House Tournament taking place weekend of June 17th. I think June 16th, 17th, that weekend next month. There's going to be a little StarCraft tournament thing we got going on. They raised money. They raised money in the tournament to fly me out, so it was really cool of them. So I'm going to be going over there with Fear Dragon, Zombie Grub. I think Chicken Man, Steadfast, and Zerg Girl are all going to be there. So we'll basically just be getting shit-faced and casting some StarCraft and having some fun together, you know. Basically be a big party. So should be fun. Well, I don't know how turnt Nathan's going to get now that I'm an old man, but you know.
What is it? Well,
Command Center 2.0.
But yeah, that'll be cool. How's driving? You know, it's a process that's going to take a while for me.
Find out some of your minerals.
But it's something that I'm now doing regularly, and I've taken Katie somewhere. I've already gone out on the road a couple of times now, so we're taking it at a nice slow pace, but it is moving. It is moving. So pretty exciting. Yeah. Exciting stuff. Yeah. I drove Katie to McDonald's. We got McChickens. It was incredible. I pulled out of the spot, got onto the street, and parked everything. I even adjusted my parking to make it better after I parked the first time. What a giga Chad. I know. I'm very cool like that. I only ended up with a 3-star wanted rating too. Oops, was I supposed to say that? Just stop by to say I love you, bro, and keep killing it with your dank memeage. Thank you, Compton. I appreciate you, sir. Compton is where I bought my dog. Fun fact. They were not from Compton, but for some reason that's where they wanted to meet because they were from, they were in Santa Ana. Or, well, maybe that's what they said. Anyway. Oh, he's a Grandmaster playing unranked. And he literally he just got broken completely by 2 Cloak Banshees. I hit him in 2 spots with Banshees at once, and that was it. And his observer flew into my base and saw the 2nd starport building. I just want to point that out in case anybody missed that. You passed the FFA goal. Yeah, hell yeah. We expect your win in the tournament. No, I'm going there. To they're raising money for actual players to compete, but they don't have like a budget to fly a bunch of people out. You know what I mean? So more or less they're all going there to cast it together. But it's going to be an online tournament. The players I think will be online. I don't know if there's going to be any players there, but I'm just gonna go there and cast some matches, and apparently they hit a stretch goal for Fear Dragon to get a pie thrown in his face, and the person who donated for it asked for me to do it, so I might get to pie him. It's not like a public event or anything.
What's, huh? Ben?
It's just a little thing they're doing post DreamHack. It's like a post DreamHack thing.
Ah, you scared me.
But yeah, I'm just gonna be there. I'm just gonna be there on Saturday and Sunday. I'm gonna fly in. I'm gonna fly in Friday so I can you know still spend the day with Katie and maybe stream a little bit and head out Friday night, get a cheeky one, and have a nice weekend of gaming, and then take the take the 6 a.m. flight back on Monday morning. Thankfully, I'm a seasoned veteran in Vegas since I lived there for 2 years, so we're good. If you play, then GLHF. Yeah, he said GLHF to me like 3 times. I don't know if he could hear me, but I'm not competing.
In the rear with the gear.
Going there to hang out, drink beer, and talk about video games. That's what we're gonna be doing.
What's going on? Yeah, yeah.
It's got a drone. It's got a little droney drone.
SCV ready.
Your SCVs are being liberated in the worst way.
What's going?
Yeah, it's nice. Got some cool stuff going on. And they're going to be revealing the early access date for Stormgate soon.
SCV ready.
They're going to be unveiling the...
Bad.
Who knows?
Yo.
Some fun stuff to look forward to.
Bad news. Go ahead.
Summer.
You scared me. You want a piece of me, boy? In the rear with the gear. What's going on? Big job.
Command center upgrade complete.
But this
Your SCVs are under attack.
Find a way.
big job, huh? Bad news.
Not bad.
You gonna give me orders? Gangway. SCV ready. Oh yeah.
But yeah, cool stuff, right? Cool stuff. So, if you guys haven't heard of that, Zombie Grub's been posting about it on her socials and whatnot. Make sure you definitely go hit up Zombie Grub and kick a few bucks their way towards the Matcherino if you can. I think they're just basically doing more fun stuff and raising the prize money with whatever they raise, so they're going to get all the good players to show up and compete. So it should be a good time. And then I think it's like the weekend before Home Story Cup or some shit too, so it's kind of nice.
You want a piece of me, boy? You gonna? What's the? SCV ready.
Command center 2.0 ready to go.
Huh? What's going? Ah, what's going? Go ahead. SCV ready. Gear.
Yeah, Site Delta, this one.
In the rear. Huh? Big. Bad news. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Your add-on is complete.
Ben. SCV ready. SCV ready. Big. SCV ready.
Yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool, chill time. So, yeah, it's just been a little bit of adjusting, a bit of learning. Katie has I don't think the company she works for, it's not based in the West Coast, so she's been getting up early. So it's been nice. I usually get up very early, as I'm sure you guys are aware. So we basically get to hang out a bunch. Well, I mean, you know, she's busy, but she's not super far away at the other job she used to have, so that's really nice.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
She gets like 2 hours of her life back a day, you know, it's pretty great.
Light it up.
Yeah, look at that layer timing, huh?
Ben. SCV ready. I'm go. Ah, you scared me. SCV ready.
Oh, is he just turtling?
Let's do this. Right on. I'm going in. SCV
You're good. GG. Let's go next. I think he was just going to all in me, so there's no point in playing that out. What was he doing? Yeah, Nidus. He was just doing a roach all in, that's all. As soon as I saw there was no third that late in the game, though, like, it was obvious that there was no point in keeping going. The tragedy of Darth Nathanius the Wise. Yes, he was so good with battlecruisers. He was so good with battlecruisers that the entire StarCraft ladder community came together to create a Nate tracker, so that anytime Nathanius ever made a new account, turned on his stream, or ever even spoke about StarCraft, people could know. People could know and not lose to the battlecruiser man. It's like Batman, but they put up the light as a warning, not to summon him. Or is that already what they do? He became so good with battlecruisers that people finally started taking him seriously, and then he never won another game. That's the truth, though. It was easier when nobody else was building BCs, I'll say that. Got a little competition now. It seems I inspired a whole generation of battlecruiser rushers. It's beautiful.
Bad news? Let's go. Huh? SCV ready. Yo. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear.
Command center upgrade complete.
Certainly. Fair enough. I'm listening. I'm going. SCV ready. Huh? I'm listening. Let's do this. Yeah. SCV ready. The Grim Reaper has arrived. Oh, got something for me to kill. I'm listening. SCV ready.
Figure we'll do a little cyclone drop into a battlecruiser follow-up here. If that sounds alright. Maybe a little creme brulee for dessert if you're a good boy.
Oh yeah. What? You want something? The Grim Reaper has arrived. SCV ready. Agreed. You got.
Oh, this guy's just making it seem like he's doing something funky.
SCV ready.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Ready for dust off.
It's on.
Got something for me to kill. SCV ready. Yeah, from above. What? Got something for me. Fear the Reaper, man.
There it is.
SCV
Your add-on is complete.
gonna have me.
Oh, he's doing my thing, right? He's just gonna battlecruiser rush me.
Show me who you want to die. Come so.
Light flight's here. Waiting on
I like it.
This ought to be good. I get you.
Pin this replay up on the wall.
I like that he was doing my build. He's doing my build, the +1 armory battlecruiser rush. But you know, guys, you can't do stuff like this though. This is way too greedy, man. This is so unbelievably greedy. He made like 3 or 4 Marines. He made like 4 Marines and 1 Cyclone. That's crazy. This guy was ludicrous. Absolutely, absolutely off the rails. Absolutely wild. What was this build? Did he 1-Rax expand in his own base? No, he went Rax. It looks like he went gas first. Looks like he went gas first here. Gas first, then factory, then command center, then second gas. So he's still got his super duper fast factory. Oh wow, that Cyclone, he delayed it too because of supply block. Absolutely. I would never try that. Not in Terran versus Terran. This looks like it could be fun. No, I think even in Adept, like 1 or 2 Adepts would shut this down. You'd have, because you just wouldn't have anything. Maybe this could work against. Like, I do enjoy going gas first, BC with +1, but you can't expand this early. You need units. You need to make a Reaper or a Cyclone. The Battlecruiser doesn't come out any faster. Look at how much stuff he skipped, and look at what I skipped. My Fusion Core ends up being maybe like 10 seconds behind his. My Fusion Core ends up being like 10 seconds behind his, right? So I accept what did I have? A Medevac, 3 Reapers, 2 Cyclones. The only thing I didn't get was the Armory. And I had a Raven building at home too. So it's like, If I hadn't killed him there, the next step would have probably been to just take the base because I had the money for it. But it's not a big deal. Full wall versus Protoss. Oh, that's true. He wouldn't have to deal with Reapers. Like if he was against a Protoss player, there wouldn't be any Reapers to fight him, right? So in that scenario, then he probably wouldn't wall off the cliff.
Phenomenal finish.
He'd probably just wall off. He'd probably just wall off the ramp. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Bro, that was so close to touching the corner. Let me ask you guys, all right? As my audience, you can help me. Is there a way? How do I appropriately work the bouncing DVD logo into the in-game screen when we're playing StarCraft without tilting people off the edge of the world? Do I like have it bounce around inside the mini map? I feel like that. I feel like somebody's gonna lose their mind from that. Do I make it like? Do I make it? I could stretch it into a long horizontal page and put it in the bottom tab of the unit area. Do I put it in the command card? Man, are you actually asking this? I want you to know that right now, I don't have it in there. But I do respect the average person's, interest in having some level of their sanity preserved. So having it bounce over the game the whole entire time, even for Nathanius, I think that's a little bit much. I wouldn't do that to you guys. It's supposed to be there for the people that get bored watching the game. So you don't want to put it over the game. You want to put it next to the game. All right? You guys never looked at a TikTok? You never seen the episode of Family Guy playing next to the hydraulic press video? While the middle of the video is the actual content? No? 80% opacity? I could make it transparent. That's true. That's true.
news. SCV ready. What's... Huh? SCV ready. Go ahead.
Compromises the answer, you're willing to accept 80%. I think we can make that happen.
Bad news. SCV ready. Bad news. Huh?
No, I think the mini-map's the best place to put it, right? I think the mini-map's probably where I'll end up with it.
SCV ready.
The nice thing about Stormgate, and this isn't a leak or a spoiler because it was in the last beta, you can look at my previous videos, but if you guys have seen what the interface for Stormgate looks like, it doesn't take up as much of the full screen. So there won't be as much of a need to fill the space.
Protect them. The command center's got some new toys.
It's like League of Legends. You can change the size of the interface, which you cannot do in this game. So in this game, you just have like a fourth of the screen just taken up by UI, and there's nothing you can do. No, there's no way out. There's no way out, man. I can't just turn off the mini map or the command card. It has to be there, even though I have everything completely memorized. It has to be there. If I could see 5% more, of the screen, this game would literally be unplayable.
SCV ready. You gonna give me orders?
Yeah, brah.
Want some? Big jump. By the numbers.
Do I think Stormgate will be a boon? Yeah, man. I'm hitching my horse to that wagon. Hell yeah. I can't wait. That's what I was saying earlier, you know? In StarCraft, no, even as much as I love playing this game, there's just not that many people who play it, right? Like, the hype isn't there for people to be grinding and trying to get better. So I think most people just want that. I think most people that ladder want that back. They want to feel like they'll be able to queue up and play against a ton of different people and not have rematches constantly, which is what SC2 is like now. That's one of the biggest things I'm excited for. There's a lot of other things that I still really like about it.
In the rear with the gear.
But I can't queue up and play against different people all stream playing StarCraft. And I'm pretty sure when Stormgate comes out, I'm not going to play the same people over and over again, so. Yeah, I think it's totally possible that new games aren't necessarily better than old games, but I think that they don't necessarily have to be successful or to exist in their own time. I think it's completely fine to hold the opinion that you think StarCraft 2 is the best RTS ever made, but that you're also excited about other RTSs because StarCraft 2 can't last forever.
Go ahead. In the rear with the... You want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready.
And honestly, it kind of has lasted forever. So it's not really a complaint either. You know what I mean? It's like StarCraft 2 has been around forever. It's outlasted virtually every other esport that people have that's existed, except for the ones that are going about the same amount of time, right?
Go ahead. In the SCV ready. SCV ready. Big job, Your dime.
Command center upgrade complete. Add-ons finished.
In the rear. SCV ready. You're the boss.
Wow, smoking.
Bad news. Ah, you scared me. Go ahead. Go ahead. Who wants some? Inbound. What's going on?
What's my strat when I'm waiting for BCs? When I'm waiting for BCs? I don't know. Like, survive and get battlecruisers out. Is that what you mean? Like, when my strategy is to make battlecruisers, what do I do before battlecruisers? Typically, it just kind of varies on the game, you know? You just assume that most people are going to be cheesy and all-in players, because again, that, like I said, that's the biggest problem with StarCraft now. Most of the people left on ladder are just there, like, it's like The only people left are energy vampires feeding off of each other, trying to tilt each other. I don't really know how to put this into words, but it really does seem to be a bunch of people who just like making each other miserable and they can't stop. Does that make sense? It feels like all the people that show up for a good time, they like realize that the party ended a while ago and they've been gone. That's maybe the best way I can say it, you know. I love being here, but I can't pretend like I'm not sitting here at the, you know, at a party that finished a long time ago either. And I think that probably is the best way to put it.
Scanning
Made for battle.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Colin Robinson, I don't know who that is.
Combat.
SCV ready.
Awaiting orders.
Transformation systems primed.
Scanning battlefield conditions.
Who called in the fleet?
But yeah, you know, I think part of the problem for StarCraft players is that they take other people's enjoyment of things personally, and it's just an inefficient way. It's like just a bad way to live your life. I think you should really try not to live your life looking at what other people have and basing your decisions off of whether you believe you deserve more or less than them. I think that in general, it's a pretty flawed philosophy that is still sadly quite popular, but a lot of people in StarCraft just have a zero-sum way of looking at the world, and because of that, they can't handle that there's other popular games. Needless to say, StarCraft 2 will always be remembered for being the amazing game that it is. And absolutely nobody at any point has actually tried to seriously suggest that the game is bad or dead, or even that these other games will be better than it. Pretty much all of us categorically agree on one thing and one thing only, and that's the main reason why we're all very, very, very invested in the game. It's that there's going to be a chance to do better, and that's it. There's going to be a chance that this one lasts longer, that they don't have the same level of corporate overreach that Blizzard had. Stuff like that. The fact that the CEO is actually the guy that's in charge of making the game, you know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. The CEO of the company is more or less the guy whose entire ass is riding on the success of this game. That's a good thing. You should want that. You should want the person who stands to gain the most to also be the person who stands to lose the most. That's an important relationship when it comes to trying to get money from people because of something that you made in the past and not for the product that you're making right now, you know? That's the promise. That's the promise that they're trying to fulfill for the audience, for the fans. More or less, anyway.
Big job, huh?
Scanning back.
But you know, it's like all that fake news stuff, right? It's, you know, people say this. Oh, I heard, did you hear about this? But like nobody ever has any first-hand accounts of these things. They just make that shit up and post it so that other people will get angry with them. Like everything. I mean, that is more or less the internet in a nutshell nowadays, so.
Research is ready.
Look at that. Just crushed him.
In the rear with
How can we help?
I don't know why he blocked my tanks from leaving my base. Because if he had let them out, he probably would have been able to kill them. So I think he's like trying to style on me instead of win. I have no complaints with that. I prefer to style on people versus win myself. So I get it. I get it better than most.
What's going?
Reporting for
He's feeling good.
patching you through. Yes.
The energy vampire from What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, man, we started watching that. I have met somebody. I was aware of that term beforehand because of an altercation I had with a stranger in the middle of the night in the streets of LA. But we started watching that show. It's so good. That is a funny show. The people who wrote that shit have a sense of humor. We've been pretty happy. We've been pretty happy on that. Kate, we binged like I think we're already like 10 episodes, maybe 15 episodes deep into season 2. Yeah, we've been grinding. We've been on that. We've been on that grind.
You've mined out some of your minerals.
You took it by me by force in New York City. I'm gonna try. It's gonna take a long time to copy that guy's voice. He's got a very good voice. He'll be an excellent addition to my collection.
Need something.
I'm waiting on you. Word. I'm waiting on you. I'm going in. Smoking. Waiting on you. Look at the hot action. Absolutely. They'll do the metal. Do this. Right on. Word. Light it up.
Upgrade ready. Moist.
What's going on?
Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Here we go. Ba-da-ba.
Need something.
Ben, go ahead.
Lots of lurkers, lots of hydras.
Attention. Standing by.
Research has concluded.
Finish. Command. Yes, sir. Moving into position. Full speed. We're returning fire.
Yeah, but no, I do feel that's exactly it though. That What We Do in the Shadows guy is the perfect explanation. The StarCraft ladder is just a bunch of Colin Robinsons it's literally that scene where he clones himself and the clones start draining each other. That's it. That is mostly it. It's a bunch of people, one base all inning, every single game they play, and then when they win, they think about how mad the other guy is, and when they lose, they think about how bad the other guy is. And they just say that in their heads in like an endless repeating loop, you know? It's brutal. It's a cursed life. Like drinking unicorn blood in Harry Potter. You're gonna regret that shit.
Liberation is a path.
You've depleted that mineral field. What's our target? Give up! You mined out a mineral field.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
You've depleted that mineral field.
I'm wasting away here.
What's our target?
We read.
Speak.
Yeah, crazy.
Commander.
Go ahead.
I am here. Please stay off with ya.
Need something.
Online. Let's go. Yeah. Come inside me. Systems go. Cyclone for action.
Oh, fuck! Give us your best.
No noise.
Give us your best.
It's online. Let's go kill something.
What's our target?
This ought to be good.
Pin this replay up on the wall.
Got freedom.
Online. Let's go kill something.
Easy.
Yeah, you see, like, here, you know, the great, like, guy in chat, right? Is Los Angeles as bad as they say it is? I don't know who they is, man. If by they, you mean, like the people that are like, oh, yeah, you know, like, inequality is a problem, and most cities, most urban centers are struggling. Like, in that case, yes. I mean, the stats are true for most places. Has the place been, like, completely destroyed, like, sunken into the ground, no longer exists, like Fox News said about Portland or whatever? No. I love LA. LA is a pretty fun place. I lived there for like 7 years. I had a lot of good times there. Yeah, I think you'll find the news generally tries to make things always seem about as bad as it possibly can. I wouldn't take it too seriously. Brother. Making people angry is the only way they make money. Making people angry and making people scared. No, Crux, I think the only other RTS game that I've been looking into as far as the ones that are in development this year are concerned, the biggest one, obviously, is Stormgate, but the other one would probably be Zero Space. They are still in alpha. And there's going to be, most likely, there's going to be, I think they're coming out next year. I think Zero Space is coming out next year. So Stormgate's going to be publicly playable at some point this summer, and Zero Space is dropping next year. So it's a little bit further out. Keep killing it, brah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, the more RTS, the better. The more RTS, the better. If we get excited about stuff and then stuff flops and it's deemed a failure, you know, it's still better. It's better to fail spectacularly than to not try. Because when you fail spectacularly, at the very least, some shrewd onlooker may see a flaw in your strategy and may say, well, it looks like a lot of people were excited about this, but they just kind of dropped the ball here. It's very, very important in product, you know, assessment for everybody else out there to see that happen. Even if all these new games don't end up being that big, what they do is let people know that there's interest. These are games that raised millions of dollars before being released. These are games that have people making hefty investments into them. Like, it's crazy. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new world we're living in. But you know, if they had never made those games, if they had never tried to make those games, then where would we be? We'd be exactly where we were in 2019. Just a big circle jerk of people crying to themselves about how RTS is dead and nobody wants to make RTS. But the reality is nobody's really trying. Did I like Age of Empires 4? Yeah, Age of Empires 4 was nice. I watched my buddy Demu play a bunch of it. I think that Age of Empires 4 was a good release. Really, the only thing that killed it for me was it just didn't seem like on launch they put very much effort into the campaign experience, and that took me out a little bit. That was tough. I was hoping for something a little bit different than the scenarios that they ended up going with for their single player. Personally, my favorite Age of Empires is 2. I think Age of Empires 2, they nailed it. But I also really like Age of Empires Gold Edition. So, the original one. Anyway, that's what I had. So the more RTS games that are coming out, the more hype, the more whatever. It's okay to let yourself get excited about Stormgate. It doesn't matter if the game fails. If the game fails, it's going to be so spectacular and such a big thing in the news cycle. They'll probably be able to find somebody to sponsor going back to work on it and redoing it all, you know? Or I think he's just cheesing, so let's go next. But like, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. The engagement, the interaction, the data that we generate that shows that people care about RTS, that is why this stuff is happening. These guys who are making these games, if you talk to them, if you read the interviews and you see people ask these questions, why are you making Stormgate? Why are you making Zero Space? These people are people that love StarCraft, and they saw, or in some cases, worked at Blizzard and had to deal face to face with the corporate hegemony and hierarchy that made it impossible for them to take a profitable game. StarCraft 2 has never posted a loss in its history. StarCraft 2 has never posted a loss, even in the absolute lowest traffic times. They made good money off of their Twitch Prime deals when they were doing those, and that was right about the lowest period for the game. But that's a product that makes millions of dollars and can completely support its own development. And the fact that it's not allowed to, for the sole reason that its very tiny bit of money it does make has to go to the other company's projects, is just dumb. That's what killed StarCraft. That game has made enough money to pay for doing new stuff for it forever. And you being convinced that that's not the case is how they get away with keeping the bar low and not doing things that they should do. That's why those people went to make that game. Because they had everything they needed to keep working on StarCraft forever, and they got told to shove it anyway. These are people that care about what they're doing, man. These aren't just businessmen. These people are on a mission. These people are pissed. These people are just like us. These people are just like us, okay? They would have much preferred the reality where Blizzard made StarCraft 3 and handed them the keys. All right? I don't think anybody denies that. I think that would have been awesome. But that just ain't the world we're in, baby. And I gotta say, it's coming up from the bottom of my heart. But when there is any level of injustice like that, and people want to go out on a limb to try and do something, positive, to try and give people what it is that they want, or what they see that people want, that's something I gotta respect. Something I gotta respect. You really think those guys couldn't have raised that money to make a battle royale or some other popular genre crap? Really? You really think they couldn't have funded a game studio of ex-Blizzard employees to pump out some shitty MOBA clone that'll die in 6 months? You really think they couldn't have done that if that's what they wanted to do? Seriously? It could be so much easier to scam a much wider genre or player base if that's what their plan was. I've never had any such worries with them. I believe in my boys. That's boys with a Z, by the way, okay? It's fully inclusive.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. Yo.
This better be good.
SCV ready.
Add on done. Swap away.
Armed and ready. You gonna give me
Hell yeah.
Who wants some?
SCV ready. Huh? SCV ready.
So yeah, I think I've laid out a pretty good bull case, and I've also laid out a pretty good bear case for why it doesn't even matter. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful, guys? I literally just told you that sink or swim, there is no negative that can come out of getting excited about this shit. At the very least, your anger at the project's failing will most likely be enough to get another attempt funded. So the only thing we can do is try. And if you're not interested in trying, then get the hell out of my way, because we got some work to do. I don't need to sit here and listen to you tell me how scared you are about change. Ain't nothing stay the same, baby. That ain't how it works. Embracing change is the key to happiness.
Ready. Sure. Huh?
Not because you have to constantly change stuff, but because sometimes things are going to change whether you want them to or not. And being flexible instead of sticking in the mud is a great way to make sure you don't get snapped in half.
SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready. Ah! You scared me.
What's that?
SCV ready. SCV ready. What's going on? Ah! That. SCV ready.
What's our target?
Huh? Uh-huh.
It's all about market sentiment, boys. It's all about market sentiment. You can't make money if you're not selling to anybody. Like, you can't sell to people that you don't know about. So if you want RTS, if you like strategy games, make some noise. Because this whole entire world runs on algorithm-driven engagement bullshit. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can learn how to help make things you want become real.
SCV ready. What's
Yes.
SCV ready? Big job. That SCV ready.
Patching you through.
In the rear with the gear.
Yes.
SCV ready.
Yes.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Yes, Commander.
SCV ready.
It's a trap.
SCV ready.
Take it slow.
SCV ready.
Squadron on.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Your research is ready.
SCV ready.
Fueled up, ready to go. Speak up.
Go ahead.
Yes. Patching you through.
In the rear.
Oh, really? Yes, Commander.
He went for Zamuta.
You've mined out some of your minerals.
SCV ready. Yes. What's going on?
I like that his name is Bing Chillin, like Big Chillin, but Bing, like the Microsoft search engine. Just, I mean, what an amazing username. I like deep fried stuff myself, so you know it was I thought it was beautiful personally.
In the rear with the gear. Big job, huh?
Patching you through. Yes.
Galvanized squares, steel robots, and eco-friendly wood veneer fairies. Now that sounds like a dope third race. Holy shit. The borrowed from my aunt third race. I'm legally not allowed to speculate on this, but enjoy, guys. I love you.
Go ahead. In the rear.
Yes, Commander.
I am under a non-disclosure agreement about Stormgate, but I love you guys. They got some cool shit coming. Stay hyped. It's okay. It's okay to let yourself get excited, guys. Life is hard enough. Life is hard enough as is. It's okay to let yourself get excited. Have a little fun.
Add-ons finished.
Yes. What is it?
Hey, Logan. Yeah, life's great. Life's great. How are you, Logan? You're in the Wolverine movie, right? They mentioned that there would be some parts from Logan in there. I wasn't sure if that was you or if they were just licensing the rights to your name. But I wanted to ask how you were doing, and if so, you know, is Ryan Reynolds, is he as annoying in real life as he seems like he is in all the crazy shit he's constantly on my television for that isn't movies?
some of your minerals.
Bandit. Go ahead.
Bum, ba-dum, ba-ba-da-da-da.
Yes. Patching you through.
He's pulling his drone away even though he has no vision. Ay, ay, ay.
Your command
He's like trying to hide it to go get the gold without me seeing.
Yes, Commander. What is it?
Now, what makes you think you deserve the gold base? What makes you think? What makes you think for a second you've done anything to deserve that gold base? Because I don't know what you could have possibly mistaken for a green light in this situation. Since he opened up with air, it'll just always be really difficult to make a big move out of this spot. But the idea is we're just going to try and max out and do this huge Thor attack as soon as we can, and that's it. That's the game plan. It does not get more complicated than that.
What is it?
Yeah, it's going to be nice. Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, we're definitely going to see that.
Oh, really? Yes.
Reporting for action.
In the rear with the gear.
Madam Web. People have seen that movie?
Are you ready?
Oh, holy shit! I had no idea. I thought it was a joke. I thought the whole film was a joke. My bad.
Yes, Commander.
command center add-on is complete. Your base is under siege.
Oh, really? Yes, Commander.
Don't worry, I'm coming for you, big boy. I'm coming for you. You got nothing to worry about, gorgeous. I'm gonna take care of you. You got nothing. You got nothing to worry about. Nothing at all.
Need something liberated? Initiating. All hands to battle stations. Standing.
Yes, Commander.
You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
That's his plan?
We read you.
Our base is under siege. Your SCVs didn't
All
sign up
hands to battle stations.
Your base is getting research has concluded.
Oh, really?
I don't know what kind of crackerjack box build order this is supposed to be, but he ain't cooking much. He ain't cooking much here, boyos.
Blasted.
His suicide 500,000 zerglings and then die strategy, you know, it's not looking all that good for him. What's he gonna make? Just more lings? More ultras? Yeah, there's not much. There's not much he can do here.
SCV ready. Are you? Got any extra firepower?
He played his only card, right? He played his only card.
I hear you. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell.
GG.
Sorry, Bing. Couldn't help it.
Ready to raise some hell.
That's tough, man. That's tough. Wait, do you think that was his plan the whole time? Do you think that the drone he was sending around the outside that he pulled back, do you think that was his plan? He was going to mine that out like way earlier? Maybe he was waiting to do that all game? Can't tell which media tour was worse, Madam Web or Don't Worry, Darling. I mean, at least we found the latter somewhat interesting, but yeah, all those Sony movies. Well, it's like Sony owns the rights to some Marvel characters, but they're not allowed to use them without putting Marvel's name on it. Like, this is a part of like the whole copyright paradox, circle jerk garbage, because Marvel doesn't even want their name attached to this trash, but legally because they have to let them use the rights to some characters, they still refuse to not let them give them credit for it anyway. Or maybe they can't stop Sony from putting Marvel's name in a big letter on it. Whatever the reason is, like, these things are so far off of everything else. It's abhorrent, truly. Like, it's so bad that I'm shocked there's not some legal way they can be like, this was such a disaster that we get it back somehow. But I guess that's how all those old boomer contracts are set up. It's like, just do it, and it doesn't matter how little effort you put in. They just don't care. They're like, did I get paid? Okay, good. Then this lasts forever. Have fun. Fascinating. Just permanent rights ownership. No big deal. Kappa.
It's time to kick things off.
Fan the rear. Go ahead. What's bad news? Huh? Fan the rear.
I'll say that Venom wasn't bad, though. As far as Marvel movies that aren't attached to that universe, or maybe are, question mark.
Sure thing.
You know, like, it's not like everything they did was bad, but then they were just like, we need to do every single Spider-Man villain that we own. We must cash in. And then I was like, man. I liked Venom. I actually thought Venom 2 was great. I really, really liked the whole love story between Carnage and the other psychopath serial killer. It caught me off guard. It just caught me off guard. They weirdly enough managed to give Woody Harrelson's Carnage some pretty great character motivation. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed both of those movies. I'm not going to say they were perfect by any means, but I definitely don't regret watching those. And you guys know me, I talk about some real shitty movies over here. But I tell you what, I am never watching Morbius or Madam Web. Hell no.
What's going on?
Maybe I'd do it for like
Go ahead.
50 large.
TV ready.
No, 1 million. While we're bidding up the price.
What's going on? SCV ready. What's going on? Bad news?
My problem with Morbius is that Marvel already has really hot vampires that they could use, and why on earth would anybody want to see Morbius when I could see Blade? What are they doing? How is the Blade movie? How did that not come out before Morbius?
Your command center's got some new toys.
Although apparently Blade might be in the Deadpool movie, so fingers crossed there, I guess. This is like the Mass Zergling all-in guy, right? Right? That's I think that's what this guy is. This is the dude that's gonna all in the shit out of me here.
What's going on?
Yeah. He's gonna run like 50 lings in to surround the bunker or something. That's what this guy does.
TV ready. Been waiting on you.
Well, Blade is MCU. I don't know if you're aware of that. Blade, the super shredded vampire killer dude, he's a Marvel character. You may not know that. My other Marvel fun fact that many people that it goes over people's heads is that the same chemical spill that blinded Daredevil as a child spilled into the sewers and created the Ninja Turtles. They were both born on the same day. Daredevil and the Ninja Turtles. There you go. Crazy, huh? I bet you didn't know that.
2.0.
Nah, I mentioned that on stream last week, too. I don't have many other fun facts loaded up.
Go ahead. I'm going. SCV ready. Sure.
No, I don't think Sony owns Blade, though. That's true. You're right. I'm being a little facetious. I'll be honest. I don't even know what else Sony has, but
That I'm done.
yeah,
Swap away.
whatever they cooking. No, they ain't cooking much. They ain't cooking much.
SCV ready. Roger. SCV SCV ready. Bet. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Yeah, they don't have them. They don't have them.
SCV ready.
Your add-on is complete.
I think I've seen it mentioned in their, in like at least in their convention posts or whatever. I'm pretty sure Blade is supposed to come back at some point. I'm pretty sure that's not a lost cause.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Ready to plunder. Made for battle. SCV ready.
Who made Blade before? You got to remember, Disney like owns everybody else that could have made most of this stuff now, so I don't know who had the rights to him before though.
Command center upgrade.
Does Sony own the rights to Blade?
SCV ready. Bandit. Big job, huh? SCV ready. SCV ready. Gotcha. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
New Line Cinema made it with Marvel. Well, who owns New Line Cinema? All right, you got to start up there. It's gonna go all the way up to either Paramount, Warner Brothers, or Disney. Is there anybody else left? Do Lionsgate own themselves? Does anybody know? Is Lionsgate its own thing? I don't know how many different companies there are anymore that actually make movies. Big ones anyway. Oh, this guy just gave up. He just tapped out. Did I talk about a conversation subject he wasn't interested in, I guess? Guess that guy really hates Marvel movies. I think this screen is so cinematic, but the sound effects that they slap on these bad boys, man. Universal. Let's see. Okay, guys, I Googled this and I got here's what the very first result I got on Google was from November 2023. Disney and Marvel Studios acquired the rights from Blade back from New Line Cinema in 2012. So I know that was a tough one, but I took the leap of faith to Google who owns the rights to Blade, and it looks like it is in Disney's hands. So they can bring back Blade whenever they want. I think they should try to pull that one off before they let Sony do another Morbius. Just my 2 cents, though.
The quest for glory begins.
What? Huh? SCV ready. Sure thing. What's going on? Yep.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. But if you're trying to establish a universe, you might simply want to try to start with some characters that people care a little bit more about. They're like, wait, hang on, guys. Robert Downey Jr. made Iron Man cool. Jared Leto is gonna make Morbius cool, especially coming off the back of his last banger superhero movie. Oh man, yeah, it's yeah. Just a perfect recipe for disaster, really. It's incredible to think about. He bombed out so hard of the DCU. went to the Great Value MCU and flamed out immediately there as well. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
What's going on? SCV ready.
I don't know. Here's a good question. What actor would you have to replace Morbius with for you to think it may even be worth watching? Hypothetically. Let's assume anybody. Would you watch Morbius if it was Bruce Willis instead, like peak Bruce Willis? Or Keanu Reeves? Would that be enough? Would you be like, fuck it, I'll watch Keanu Reeves turn into a vampire. I've already seen, you know, I've watched the old Dracula movie. I've already seen him in this element, you know.
Your SCVs are under attack.
Keanu Reeves and Bram Stoker's Dracula. Check it. 1992. Great film.
Command Center 2.0 ready to go.
Who wants some?
I should take back the part where I said it's a great film. Keanu Reeves is in it, though.
You want a piece?
Your base is getting blasted.
We could use some help here. Huh? SCV ready.
Your SCVs are being liberated in the worst way.
Oh, no, 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 no.
SCV ready. Bad news.
Nick Cage. Oh, you know what? I would watch Morbius with Nick Cage. Damn, you got me. You got me. You know, now I realize by the time I'm 40, I'll probably be able to AI generate a version of Morbius with Nicolas Cage. So that's exciting. I have a new thing. I gotta add that to my things to live for list. That is a good one. That is a good one.
SCV ready.
That's what I'll do. And then when I can do that, then I'll finally watch Madam Web. I'll replace every character in the movie with Nick Cage. That's how I'll get through it.
Overtime.
God bless the future, huh?
Add-on done. Swap away.
SCV ready. Big job, huh? Armed and ready. Who wants some? Oh yeah. SCV ready. Big. What's
Yeah, Nick Cage. Nick Cage could make it worth watching. Well, maybe not worth watching, but could motivate me enough to endure.
I'm waiting.
Oh, he opened my back door. Look at that. Look at that. That's cute. That's adorable. Well, he's going to send, like, burrowed units through that, right? That's his plan. No doubt.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
No doubt.
Big job. SCV ready. All data. Bad news.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind that's what he's going for, right?
Are you ready for this?
Well, he just rushes the burrowed neural parasite stuff. So I think if we don't want to try to rush this game down, then truthfully, the only real move that we have is to just turtle. Just turtle mass BC. I think that's about it.
SCV ready. Going. Big job, huh?
So we start with the upgrades. Just go immediately into big upgrades is my thought process here. Get a Raven or two. Try and just get up to the little bit of the 3 base setup. And then... Yeah, well, we knew this is what he wanted to do, so it's nothing surprising here.
Protect them. Command center upgrade complete.
Job.
SCV ready.
Under
Got a target. Big job. Cyclone. Console channels inside of SCV ready.
Perfect.
Man the ring. Go ahead.
and stick.
What's going on? Show me who systems go. SCV ready.
I mean, he broadcasted it probably a little too much there.
What's going on?
Bow, bow,
Swap away. Just be greedy as possible. We're gonna only max out once, and we're just gonna try and kill him with one punch when we get there. That's it. That's our game plan.
Online. Let's go. SCV ready.
Engineering at your disposal.
SCV ready.
Upgrade ready. Noise.
State your coming.
What's going on?
But we already know his game plan again. This is just mind control, so we just don't fight. We just don't fight till we get as many BCs as possible.
State waiting.
Usually I just cheese this guy, but I didn't want to do that this time. The Wicker Man? Oh my god, yeah, Wicker Man's one of my... That's a classic, bro. It's a classic right there. You invoking Wicker Man in the chat on a Friday? Ay, 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 ay. How'd it get burned? 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 Great movie. Great movie.
Ready. Scanning.
All-time Cage classic.
Cyclone en route.
Killing me won't bring back your goddamn honey, etc., etc. Great film. Great film.
At your disposal. Systems prime.
Nothing'll stop me.
Scan.
In the rear with the gear.
Wait. Engineering. State your request. Coverage.
What's going on?
Ready for service. Scan.
Bad news?
Scan. Ready.
Boom, 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 boom.
Huh?
State your request.
You've depleted that mineral field. You've mined out some of your minerals.
Scanning battlefield conditions.
Jordan.
That is what we do. We just crank out as many as we can now. That's it.
What's going on?
Just go wild.
Who called in the fleet?
Scanning. Wait. Scan. State your request. Engineering at your disposal.
Who called in the fleet?
But yeah, we don't need to engage him. He's got a bunch of burrowed infestors just waiting to fungal and mind control us. So we just chill.
Research is ready.
That's it.
Upgrade complete.
We just chill. We're just trying to get out as many battle cruisers as we can before he forces a fight. That's it. Get as much gas as we can, because that's the biggest thing limiting us. There we go.
Your SCVs didn't sign up to fight.
Who called in the fleet?
Perfect. Yeah, see, now he goes into Swarmos and he's going to bury himself.
Who called in the fleet?
Waiting orders.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, see, now we get what we want.
Well, butter my biscuit. Yes. SCV.
Your SCVs are under attack.
Yes.
Well, now he cares.
Liberated in the worst way.
SCV ready.
Scanning back.
Go ahead. Bad news.
You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
Who called in the
Your base is getting blasted.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, man.
Scanning battle. Come ready. Combat.
It's all good. Got nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, bro.
Scanning battlefield. Wait. State your request. Scan state.
In the rear with the gear. Roger.
Who called in the fleet? Will do.
Swarm host, bro.
Huh?
Oh, really?
Combat.
Bad news. What's going on?
I did get all the upgrades for my BCs, so that's the most important thing. He can't get infestors inside my base, so I can defend against his turtle swarm hosts forever from this position. And then as soon as he moves into range of the other base, I'll be able to see it on the sensor tower and it won't matter. So I can't lose.
Roger.
Big job, huh? Huh?
Command Center 2.0 ready to go. You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
Some fire here.
Workers find out a mineral field. Protect them. Good thing you've got more of those, right?
Underway.
Your base is under siege. You've depleted that mineral field.
Well,
There you go. See, it's perfect. It's perfect.
yes. Oh, really?
We're getting there. I have 3-3 on the way. The BC count is getting up there.
Ready for service. Commencing.
Close.
SCV ready.
Upgrade ready. Moist. Upgrade complete.
Immediate. Awaiting orders. Combat. System. This vessel will comply.
Yeah, waste all your locust on an auto turret. Brah. Thank you.
State your request.
Your base is getting blasted. Your base is under siege.
Oh, he's pissed.
You mined out some
He
of your
says, me done with game. Yeah, he heard me talking shit. He's ready. He's ready to go.
Combat. State your scanning battlefield. State
Wait, is this his plan?
You didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
He's kidding, right? Whoa, what?
Go ahead.
Your base is under siege.
Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, let's go, man.
What's going on?
Careful that. Patching you through. Yes, Commander. It's a trap.
You mined out a mineral field. Good. SCVs didn't sign up to fight.
Is he really trying to get back into base trade territory here?
Yes, Commander. It's a trap.
Thanks for your overlords, though. Appreciate it. Burrow man.
Go ahead.
blasted that Vespine geyser.
SCV ready. It's a trap.
He doesn't have anything left.
Big job, huh?
Your base is getting blasted.
Whatever that
SCVs didn't command center upgrade complete.
who called in the fleet? What? Oh, well. Yes, Commander. You
You
hail?
didn't build your base just for it to get blown up, did you?
Yo, yes,
Thank you.
what is it? Oh, really?
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything.
Bad news. In the rear with the gear.
He's just gonna wait. He's just gonna wait for me to try and leave my base again, and he's gonna try and get me with like that Hydra Burrow meme or whatever.
Squadron,
But he actually doesn't have anything anymore, nor does he have a way to kill me, so I don't have to worry about him ever again.
You'll find out some
This
of
game's already over.
Commander, under.
patching you through. Yes,
He is cooked.
going on?
He is cooked.
Big job, huh? Yep.
You've depleted that mineral field.
Go ahead. Big job.
Yeah, we just got to expand again. That'll be it. Just repair all our BCs. He doesn't have anything, so
Oh, really?
just what, like 40 burrowed hydras and nothing else.
Sure thing. Huh? Bad news? Yes.
You didn't build your base just for it to get blown
Oh,
up,
did I bait you into going around? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Who proxies a tank? Hell yeah. That's a classic. What else did he have? What was he turtling on there in the final minutes? That's all he had. He had one hatch. He had one hatch and 8 drones. He was about 20 seconds into a game of Brood War with his worker count there. Poof. Well, sorry, 20 seconds into a game of Wings of Liberty. We had 3 bases. I mean, I played this guy a lot. I play this guy constantly. Like almost every single day on stream, I have to play this guy at least a handful of times. And he always does the same exact thing. He like rushes neural parasite, burrow, and festers. So I was like, this time I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit and just kind of play straight up. And then I don't really know what he was doing, but I just tried to rush to upgraded BCs as fast as I could. And I think his he never makes a spire. Like he likes hydras, he likes infestors. Today was probably the first time I've ever seen him use vipers, but he never uses corruptors. So I was like, if I just get enough, then it won't matter how much he has. And that's what happened, right? I crushed him pretty easily when the big fight took place. So that was nice. Haven't played the SC2 Evo mod. Yeah, I've checked it out. It's pretty cool. I wish like most of those things, you know, there was a easier way to find people to play games with and, you know, stuff like that. I wish it was a little bit easier to find ways to play games with people because, you know, it's like as a higher level player, there's not a lot of people for me to really run into that would be playing custom games, you know, and then the few that are probably, you know, like I don't want to have to make like one-on-one plans with someone to play this game when they might be like a rager or something because there's just so few people that I think I could even find to play against. So it's just like, if there was like an easier way to just queue up and play it a bunch, I would do something like that. But otherwise, my only option is to just join the public games that people make, and then it's You know, it's a Grandmaster playing against a Silver League guy who's trying the map for the first time. So that's I've done it a little. I've had a little bit of fun with it, but it's not stimulating because I don't have an easy way to play against other master level players in the mod. I guess that's it. That's all I got. But that's going to be it for the show tonight, everybody. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, just a short, sweet, happy little Friday series of matches. And we are going to be back. We'll be back live again on Monday. Memorial Day, I will be on. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I know you have a lot of options for content to watch, and obviously StarCraft has so many amazing people that are a part of it. They need not even be named. But you know, Frostbitten, the last thing I want to say, because you touched on something. You know, it's been 6 years since Total Biscuit passed, and I do want to say, you know, that was absolutely one of the best men that I've ever met in my life. And he was a selfless individual who only ever wanted to find productive, constructive ways to build on things. And if I take anything away from the time that I got to spend in his presence and the conversations I got to have with him, I hope it is that I will always try to find ways to build upon things that can be better instead of tear them down because they're not perfect. Yeah, that's all I have to say. God bless you guys. Have a great night.